You are now about to witness.
Knicks real talk, just enter the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't news on YouTube, frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand, his hands on, going hard like calluses. Who style this? Aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. On the rip though, I side with the cryptic, we lock them from the get-go. On the Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT drip club leading up to tip off. We flew by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Prize Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, so we popped up from the third eye. You heard why? It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange blue skies. In the Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms of fast and fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks kid assassin.
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Yo, good evening, everybody. Good evening. What's good? What is good? We are in the building, man. The pregame show, Divine Shot Powers, Knicks, Washington Wizards at the world most famous arena on this beautiful Sunday, man. I hope everybody doing well today, enjoying this good weather out here up and down the East Coast, man, and all that good stuff. We're going to get in here for the next hour, talk about this Knicks thing that we got going on here. But first and foremost, let me bring my partner in the building so we can get this thing popping. Shot Powers, what's good, my man?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Salute to the chat. What is good, everybody? Appreciate y'all coming in, man. What is good? Crim's Dad, I see you earlier. What's popping, Crims? What's good? Jay Cholden, my brother. What's good? What's good? Turf Dome, what's popping, my man? Jermaine Royce, my brother. What's popping? Daniel Sports Highlights, what's good? Queen Darlene is in the building. What's good? Miss Bryant, good to see you. And Brian Acosta, always thank you for helping us keep the lights on. And Miss McGiver, what is good, sister? Appreciate you coming in as well. Salute to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We here, man. Shot Power, we got a game today. Pardon me. New York Knicks and Washington Wizards, man. Season running down. It's going to be after this. 10 games left. Right now, we looking pretty good. 46-25. Pretty much easy schedule. Seems like it's not an easy schedule because the teams that we play, we seem like we giving us a hard time, even though we should be waxing these dudes. But I understand how it goes sometimes when you don't play up to the competition. But nonetheless, we win in the games. We in the last 4 or 5, we beat we had to beat, even though it's been some scary moments here and there. But other than that, man, right there where we at, man. We still third in the Eastern Conference, a half a game behind Boston. They got a big game today against the Timberwolves in Boston tonight. So let's hope the Timberwolves can go out there without Anthony Edwards to get it done there and try to help them win that game. And maybe we can win the game tonight and be a half a game out of that second spot for that division crown, which I'm so desperately wanting to see. So other than that, man, it's a beautiful day to be here. I'm glad to be here with everybody, man. Let me shout out somebody, Prezi the boss to the building. What's Prezi? What's good, my man? Good to see you. Real talk, man. Salute to the chat. Don't want to leave nobody out before we get deep into this thing. But yeah, Shot Powers, man, what's good with you, man? How you doing, my brother? And let's talk about this Knick thing right quick.
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Everything great, man. Scary little cardiac Knick game last game, but it's on to the next. You know what I mean? We get a win, we still on the winning streak, and we need a couple more of these games that could be, easier games for us to win. You know what I mean? Another team that get out there, you know how they're gonna play, you know what they're gonna do. It's the Knicks, baby. Any team that comes to the Garden or plays the New York Knicks come to play every night. They all-star, all NBA, all defense, all whatever you want to call it. Everybody does it against the Knicks. So we see that a lot. And the Knicks have been pretty good against teams that try to come under us like that.
Yeah, them guys the other day, ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn, them young boys had nothing to play for, nothing to lose. They brought their A game out, and they were playing good. I mean, them cats was out there. Their defense was special to me. I can't even front. If our Knicks played defense the way they was playing defense in Brooklyn the other night, the first and the second quarter, we had win it all. Cause them boys was in the Knicks. They was going hard. So ladies and gentlemen, I can't front about that. So, but you know what? Our resiliency kicked in. Second half, we went up by 14. I think we got a little lackadaisical in the third quarter. After we went up by 14, we kind of took our feet off the gas, and them cats got back in the game. And once you give somebody a second chance of life, you never know, they might take advantage of it. And I think that's what happened with Boston. We gave them a second chance in that game. And not Boston, I'm going to say in Brooklyn. We gave them a second chance after that third quarter, and they found a way to get back in the game, and then they made it scary for us. But we won the game. The resiliency kicked in, and we did what we had to do. Jalen Brunson, Mr. Clutch, hit some big shots in that quarter. Big Cat was doing what Big Cat was doing. Anunoby was doing what Big Anunoby was doing. McHale them had some good defense. Mitch Robinson was doing what he was doing. So, obviously we're supposed to beat the team, but still, if you don't bring your A game, like we say out here all the time, you don't bring your A game, anybody can beat you. And right that night, we didn't bring our A game for the first part, and we played down to the competition for a while and it happened. But you know what? We won the game. Now, shout out, we go to Washington Wizards, who are going in the other direction, 16 and 54, headed to the lottery. A lot of guys out had a big fight the other day against OKC. So I think they got a couple of suspensions going on there. But other than that, they are decimated as well. Seems like all these teams we playing in the last so many games, they are literally decimated. Because I think they also knowing that they trying to preserve their spots in that lottery. You know what I mean? So they're going to rest a lot of players. They're not going to put their best out there. Whether they got a fake injury or a real injury, they ain't going to play them. You know what I mean? So it seems like that was going to be the case tonight, man. But other than that, we just got to go out there and win the game, get ready for the Pelicans Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, no team is to be overlooked, you know what I mean? And this team is not to be overlooked, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? They're in the NBA, they're playing NBA shirts, and they're playing on the NBA court tonight as an NBA player. So they come to play some NBA basketball, you know what I mean? And don't second guess nobody, you know what I mean? Whoever's out there. And the trend is being said, even you hearing the Knicks talk about it too, about the slow starts, you know what I mean, and stuff, and not paying attention, playing down to your competition and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Me and Devon talked about it in the background. Mitch had mentioned something like that. You hear about the slow starts about with Brunson and these guys talking about the slow starts. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? You got to get down to get back up. Not a good way of winning games, but if you can do it, then go ahead and do it, man. I don't like that you're doing it so much, but let's see if we can get out to a better start tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It is hard to get up against teams like that, though, man. I'm not even gonna front. Sometimes,
there's no scouting. How these guys? Everybody's talking about, oh my God, how the Knicks played. These guys wasn't scouted. These guys ain't like Luka. We know Luka like to do the spin around, turn around move with the fadeaway that you almost can't block. We know that. We don't know what this guy. I can't even name. I can't even remember their names. I mean, some of these guys I can't even remember their names. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Sometimes you don't. If your scout report, you don't have an idea of what this guy's game is about, or what's on the scout report. Sometimes you have to play just according to your instincts.
Yeah.
And things of that nature, because you just don't know how they play, how they shoot, how they move. But nevertheless, you still go out there. I think you're the superior team. You figure it out, and we figured it out. But I think it should have. I think it was all good until, like I said, they took their feet off the gas. But I don't. What can I say?
Until we got to those last couple of free throws, and you got, oh God, what are you doing? Come on, guys! Our two best free throw shooters, man. Come on, made my stomach hurt, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Salute to the chat, man. Travel vibes. Travel, what's good, my man? Good to see you, Dougie Fresh. Doug Fresh, what's good, my man? All the way to heaven, always, my man. What's good? Salute to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all coming in for real. But you know what, y'all, pal? 10 games after this, season came is going. Some big games going on in the NBA this week that could have an effect on a lot of the standings in the playoffs, positioning in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, especially in the East. There's a lot of positioning going on with games. Everybody bumping each other off.
Next 2 weeks.
Yeah, next 2 weeks. So I'm glad our main goal is to win the game we can win and let everybody else beat each other up. And then that, our ultimate goal for me, ladies and gentlemen, is just to win the division, because we haven't did that over 25 years. So I'm really pressing for that. That's why I want to. Hopefully, we can overtake Boston, get that second seed, just to say we won a division. We haven't done it in a while. I think we can get there too. So it's gonna be exciting, man. But these games is kind of crazy though. But it's the New York Knicks. Like I said, there's something about that name on the front of that jersey that every other state in America they envy that state name, man, and that jersey name. And But now, like I said, we know we used to be the hunters. Now we the hunted. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So now when everybody coming at us, they bringing their A game at us. They no matter who we play, they coming at us with their A game because they know, first of all, the last couple of years, they know where we are. They know we was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year for the top teams in the NBA standing. Us and Indiana, obviously it was OKC and I guess and my man's in them. So who was that? Was that Minnesota? I think it was the last 14 standing last year. Yeah, so so out of all the teams in the NBA, we would afford a better team standing. So everybody coming at us hard, but so we gotta expect that every night, man. And we can't rest on our laurels or nothing because I think like Mitchell Robinson did say, just to piggyback up what you were saying in the press conference, he was like, "Listen, we can't be doing this because this shit bite us in our ass." That's his words. Like we can't be getting down. We can't play it down to the competition because this shit come back to bite us in our ass. That's Mitchell Robinson's word, and I appreciate Mitchell Robinson saying that because we all say it here. You can't be playing down to the competition. Go in there and get these boys up out of there and don't disrespect another man because you think that he's a bench player. There's a lot of great players on the bench. You know what I mean? We got great players, good players on the bench. So you definitely can't be out there taking a team for granted because they don't got their all-star players or they all caliber players in there. I don't care who in there. You got to go in there and wax them like they the best in the league. And I think we once we get that situated, we'd be okay. But other than that, it's just another game on the doctrine, man. I'm shocked how, like I said, Washington not going nowhere. I don't expect, but like I said, this is literally a remnant of the Celtic game. Like literally ain't got nobody there. All they players out. You know what I mean? And you can't go in there tonight and sleep on your sleep at the wheel because you might have an accident tonight. But I don't think it's gonna happen tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're gonna go out there and drive that car straight down that track and win this thing handily and get ready for the Pelicans on Tuesday. And let's hope that Minnesota loses to the. I hope Minnesota beat Boston Celtics in Boston tonight. But other than that, Shot Powell, it just been a good season, man. 46 and 25, nothing to complain about too much. Mike Brown first time coaching the Knicks this year. Peaks and valleys obviously was expected because he new coach, new system, everything like that. But they handled it pretty well so far this year. So I can't be too mad at where we at right now.
Yeah, he has navigated us through the season, winning. Winning. And if you look at our stats, top 3 all year in offense and now top 5 in defense. The numbers, that's what the numbers say. And in a lot of the games we watch, we seen those numbers. And when the Knicks come out playing with those numbers, we see results. And that's all about how me and Devon and I always talk about bring that A game. And even some nights when the Knicks have brought their A game, the other team has brought their A plus game. Right. Very few this year, but it has been 1 or 2 teams that have done it. And we were playing pretty good basketball and they just had a little bit better basketball than us. So not too many teams this year I can say that about. And it's not too many teams that we have got blown out to this year. So I applaud what Brown is doing. He still confusing in the way he plays defense. And where he implements the players, but he has a strategy every time he does it. So it's been winning this long. Like you say, Divine, if I was a betting man, I am. And if I was a betting man, I'd be winning more than I'm losing this year, 20 more times, as a matter of fact. So let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. No season is ever perfect. But the same thing we said about, with Mike Brown and all that, the same thing we were saying about Tibbs, is that no matter who come in this door, you're never going to be totally satisfied about the way they coach, because we see some things one way and they see it another way. We wish they would have did this or we wish they would have done that, but only unless you really on them sidelines in the heat of the moment. When you're on the sidelines in the heat of the moment, sometimes the decisions don't always go the way you think it's going to go. That worked for us. We could be at our job and think we had a game plan to do this, but the job threw a monkey wrench in that shit. Now we had to do something another way. So, you just make sure you get through the day and have a good day on the job. And I think the same thing applies to Mike Brown and any other coach. Even though the other team might throw a monkey wrench in your game plan, you'd expect that coach to do this or that team to do that. Then you got to be able to adjust and say, okay, this was my game plan going into the game. But you also got to be able to have enough bandwidth and the insight to say, okay, now just in case this team do that, I'm going to also trigger with this. So we seen some of it. We didn't see a lot of it with Mike Brown, but I do understand it. But we got this either same record or better record than we had last year. So something going right. You know what I mean? Our team is where I think where we need to be, and especially this time of year, Shot Powers, knowing that we got about 10 more games left to really fine tune this thing. I hope the Knicks just run amok these last 10 games, but be cautious with the injuries. That's why tonight's game, Shot Powers, we need to really blow them cats out in the garden. Get Jalen Brunson, get Big Cat, get Mark McHale, Anunoby, all them cats off the floor. Get them off the floor, because you look what happened to Kay Cunningham just recently. You know what I mean? And these cats already clinched the playoff spot. That's why you don't want to play with this stuff, man. That's why we need to go ahead and handle our business and get these dudes off the floor and let them rest their bodies. Because, you can come down court and tweak your ankle. Next thing you know, you out for the whole playoffs. Shit can happen. You know what I mean? And we don't want that to happen with our guys. So let's hope that we be mindful of all that and just go out there and beat these teams today. Like I said, put a beat down on and let DeWar and the rest of all them dudes play the rest of the game. I think that'll make a lot of sense for me because, like I said, right now it's all about being healthy and not sustaining no injuries moving forward.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, Devon. 28 and under. You know what I mean? 28 minutes and under for the starters. I'm down. I'm down because with a team like this, we shouldn't have to play the starters, substantial amount of minutes, 24, 26, 28 minutes. None of, in my opinion. Unless these guys somehow come out here and shoot 50% from three-point land and 64% from the field, that we have to leave the starters out there, you know what I mean? And that's what's been happening, but let's hope that doesn't happen tonight. If we can clamp down on the defense on top of putting some steady offense down in their face and stuff like that, I think we'll prevail. I just want the Knicks to have a quicker start, more like when we started talking this year about keeping teams around 26 points, and the Knicks stay around 28 to 32 points, in the first quarter. They propelled themselves in the third and the fourth quarter this year. They've been much better than they've been in prior years, having big quarters, 30, 38, 30, 40 quarters in the third quarter and stuff like that this year. So let's see if we can contain the first two quarters, keep it close, have a little lead going into the third quarter, and take off. And this way, now you can see the second unit and the bench guys can get the end of the third quarter plus the fourth quarter to get their joints off.
Yeah, real quick, man. Y'all look at the bottom of the ticket. Y'all see where it's being streamed at and where the team, if you watch it on TV at. For those who need to know where the game is being televised at. But other than that, man, it's streaming on, ladies and gentlemen, FUBU and NBA League Pass that you see, and I think on TV, MSG Plus, NBA League Pass, and Momentum Sports Network. I think that got a lot to do with the Washington area. If y'all have subscription to all these channels, real quick salute to the chat. WW, Mr. Walter White, what's good, my man? Darren, what's popping? TMC, the Man Cave Podcast. S God, what's good, my man? Salute to you as well. Salute to you, Frankie, what's popping? Celso, CPF is in the building. Porto is in the building. Rodriguez is in the building. What's good, fam? Salute to everybody, man. Salute to the chat. You already know we here, man. Like I said, Knicks and Washington Wizards roughly in about another half hour or something and all that good stuff. So I'm just excited about that our team was in the position they in. We expect them to be there, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not too, it's no high to low for me. The Knicks are what I thought they were going to be. At the beginning of the season, we expected it. A lot of us projected anyway the team will get to the finals. So I have no problem where they at right now. Long as they not in the lower out of the sixth spot, the Knicks are right where they need to be in striking distance of that second spot. I never thought the Detroit Pistons were going to be who they are this year. So if it wasn't for the Detroit Pistons, I think Knicks probably would be that number one team at the end of the year, because I think we definitely get that second spot over Boston. When I look at the schedules, and I look at the matchups, and I look at the teams, each one of them playing, and we had a really cakewalk schedule right now. We beat everybody too. So 5-0 in the last game that we won. But we do got about 2 or 3 more, 4 more tough games. Obviously, we got to go out to the Thunder on the next road trip. Actually, Charlotte, the Thunder, Houston. Then when we get back home in the last game, let's see, we got Boston in the Garden, Toronto, and Charlotte. We all here too, so that's a good thing. And right now we playing with a lot of home court dominance in the NBA. So we got a good home record, so that bodes well for us, Shop House. But I'm just looking forward to the cats getting out there, getting it popping today, have some fun on this beautiful Sunday night, go out there and win another game, and get the 47 wins, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it was all about. With the ball down to me, get the 47 victory tonight, and keep it moving, man. Crack 55, I'll be happy. I'd be happy with 54, but I love to crack 55. I know he would have had 60, but under the circumstances of what went on this year, with injuries and familiarity and bad.
We got a good way of saying 12 games easily could have been changed this year in different things and different ways of putting things out there and stuff like that. But it is what it is and stuff. You gain character by losing. One of the things I've put on one of the shirts is we don't lose, we learn. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't lose, we learn. Oh, you see what happened? You don't do that next time, won't happen.
That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, absolutely. You could take a lot of positive out of negative depending on what the situation was. What's your gut feeling about the team? How do you feel about the team overall? Just from what you've seen for so far for 71 games, how you feel about the team overall? How you like your chances going into the playoffs?
Listen, I believe in this team, man. Like me and Devon always say, well, you come on here, you ain't never gonna hit the Knicks losing, right? And we have seen the team play phenomenal. For me right now, it's about matchups. It's matchups all the way, because depending on what the matchup is depending on how I'm going to rank that matchup against certain teams. And I mean, some of these everybody, I don't know why I don't want to say everybody, but the Knicks have fared well in the West this year. All these teams in the West, they didn't beat these teams up in the West. There's not too many teams in the West that have beat the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like closed them out. OKC beat us one time. I think we still got another game with them, don't we?
Sweet. Yeah.
Right. So they only beat us one time. Yeah. A lot of these teams in the West, we didn't beat up. We didn't beat up on Denver. We didn't beat up on Houston. We didn't beat up. I mean, more teams you want me to make? We didn't beat on every team in the West. We didn't beat up on Houston. All them big San Antonio. We didn't beat them. I mean, so it's all for me. It's matchup. It depends on who the matchup is going to be, especially in the East, because we have some very good matchups in the East. Something that I believe. And I mean, the way we contended last year against some of these teams, if we see any of these teams that we had last year, yeah, they're gonna want revenge. But evidently, they didn't have the right stuff to put it together, and hopefully, the Knicks have something change from last year when we did beat them. So it's not the same team, because it's not. We're going to have different players every night. Get busy. And I love the way this team is playing this year. And I mean, ups and downs. I done dogged out players too. I done talked about trades. I done yelled at my TV. I done fell one time. I done did it all. You know what I mean? I'm a Knicks fan, 100%. You know what I mean? Knicks real talk, baby.
That's right. That's real, for real. Yeah, man. I'm you know what? For me, it's like this here. Just to piggyback you, when we see the game like we played the other day, it don't bother me because I know who we have beat this year.
Right.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't get too caught up. Oh, Knicks suck because the team that we played the other day is terrible and they almost beat us. That don't mean anything. I mean, like any given night, you could get beat by anybody if you don't bring your best game that night. And some games, you don't bring your best game, a team's going to beat you no matter who they are. And I say it all the time. And for me, one thing I do feel good about this team going to the playoffs is the continuity. Number one, we got that rock. We got that literally. We one of the few teams got the same starting five going into the playoff that we had last year. Not a lot of people in the East can say that because even Detroit don't have the same starting five. Boston don't have the same starting five because Porzingis, Al Horford, all them guys is not there. They got their core dudes, but we got the same starting five, same maybe 6 or 7 guys, counting Mitchell Robinson, Shamet, and Deuce Bride. Yeah, we still got our core pieces there that we went into the playoffs with last year. So that's a good thing for us, you know what I mean? Because the continuity is there. And I think, you know, the only thing different is Mike Brown and Alvarado and Dewara and things like that, and Jordan Clarkson and them. But I feel good about our team because I know that we got a solid core going into the playoffs. And if nobody gets injured, and we can go in there with the team we have, I like our chance of getting deep where we going. Because like I said, it's hard to rate a team on a night in and out of base because you don't have good games all nights, or you might be out of players one night. But if New York Knicks go into the playoffs healthy, to me, I can see us definitely getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. I just think that we got 2 killer dudes up at the top. I mean, we got guys who fit in and complement them real well, and I think we got a deep bench. And I just think that we got bodies that we can throw at anybody. And I think one thing I think the Knicks got that I like that a lot of other teams don't got, when we play the opposing team, we normally got a couple of guys who can defend their best player. I'm not saying stop them, but we got guys who we could throw on Cade Cunningham. We got guys who we could throw on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And that's why we prevailed last year, because we had guys who can really go in there and play their best guys and defend them to the best of their ability and make it hard on them, and have the other team, ancillary players try to beat us. And I think that's going to be a pivotal thing for me is that we have that. Like to me, Boston don't have nobody who can stop Big Cat. You know what I mean? They don't. And but we got a guy who can slow down Jason Tatum. They don't have a guy who really can give it to Jalen Brunson like that. Not too many dudes can slow down Jalen Brunson at that point guard spot in the NBA. That's why his numbers are the way they are. That's why I feel good about our team, Shao Powell, and I'm so highly confident about our team because when it comes down to the get down, we got a top 3 offense and a top 5 defense. And if that carries into the playoffs, that means that we got a chance to win a lot of games because our defense is playing caught up with our offense. You know what I mean? So that means we just playing top 10 and everything. And I think I really like the way the team is going. I hope that Mike Brown can bring some of his experience into this thing. Being around all these years, 500 victory the other night. Salute to Mike Brown, 500 wins. But hopefully we can do all that and get ready to roll with this thing, man. I'm excited about this thing, man. I really am, man. Real quick, let's go over the injury reports and starting lineups from their perspective. And we get at it, man. But salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Stay aboard. We ain't going nowhere. We got another half hour. I'll open up the panel after we talk about this stuff right here. But salute to everybody, man. Happy Sunday, man. It's beautiful out here, man. I can't get enough of this weather, and I can't get enough of the Knicks still winning these ball games. So let's go get it, man. Real talk, real quick, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at the screen right there, like I was saying earlier, me and Shao Powell talked about Washington with the 16-54. They going the other way, ladies and gentlemen. They headed toward the lottery. We are going the other way. We headed toward the playoffs, 46-25, 21 games over 500. I believe, me personally, if you win over 20 games over your loss amount, I think you contenders. I don't think if you don't win at least over 20 games, you're not considered a contender to me. That's why right now, Detroit, Boston, the Knicks, and Cleveland at 17 wins over they lost record. So obviously they had a lot of injuries too, but to me, contender teams have records like this here when you doubled up your losses almost by winnings. You know what I mean? Almost. So Knicks get to 50-25, they doubled up their wins. So that's where I'm at with that, man. But they third in the Eastern Conference, ladies and gentlemen. They 14, they 5-28 on the road. We are 25-29 at home. That's why I want that home court advantage, ladies and gentlemen, because if you got 4 games in Madison Square Garden and you got to get to game 7, you got to come into the Mecca and look at that record in the Garden, 25-9. That's why it's so important to make sure that we win these games and get that home court advantage so we don't have to go on the road for a 7th game. If we had to go that far, we can come back to the Garden for a 7th game amongst the fan base that we have and root us on to win that game 7 if we need be. They offensive 28th, ours is number 3. They're the 30th in defense. Ours is number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, New York Knicks cracked number 5 in defense rating. That's a beautiful thing, man. So them the numbers we wanted all year right there. Look at that number, 46-25, third in the standards, 25-29, third in offense rating, 5th in defense rating, 5th overall net rating. Out of 30 teams in the NBA, we got the and
Divine, before you put the cherry on top, that's been all year, that 5th net rating, almost all year, that 5th net rating. Okay.
That's fact. That's fact. So despite us spoiled Knicks fans, sometimes we get high to lows about the way our team playing, but the numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. They've been there all year. That defense, and for the last month, that went from 19th to 20th up to number 5. You know what I mean? And that's just a recipe for winning to me, ladies and gentlemen. When you have numbers like that, them contender numbers. You know what I mean? And them ain't no pretender numbers right there. And we'll show some other teams as well in the East and Western Conference to see what I'm talking about that. But other than that, Shop House, real quick, I won't even change the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Washington Wizards going the other way. They lost their last 5 games. They had a fight against OKC the other day, and they had a couple of players out suspended in that game. But they're definitely going to the lottery for sure, no question about it. Us, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't a dominant schedule for the caliber competition, but we have won 5 in a row. Our last 5, we beat the Brooklyn Nets by 1, smashed Indiana Pacers by 26. Am I right? Yeah, 26. We beat the Warriors by 3. Tough game there. Beat Indiana by 9, tough game there, and we beat the Jazz by 17. So even though them all 500 on the team, only the Warriors still fight for a playing spot on that particular thing I'm showing there. But it is what it is. You play in front, you beat who you could beat. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, it's like 100. That's like 107 average right there.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. They in their blue drip tonight. We in that white drip tonight. Off-white drip. I'll call it antique white drip tonight. They project the starters, ladies and gentlemen: Jaden Hardy, Colin Berry, Harrington, Bud Carrington. Right. Vucevic and Walla Raleigh for us. Our original starting five right there, the fire starters from last year: Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG, and Carl Anthony Towns. Carl Towns' numbers is looking real good. He's balling right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's still second in the league in rebounding. Who could be first? Not sure, but he back up to 20 points a game. He double every night. Jalen Brunson.
I think he's number one in double doubles in the.
Yeah, he is.
I think that's number one in that.
Jalen Brunson 6.6 a game, 6 a game. Mikal Bridges, he'll get it out of there eventually. Anunoby having a good year as well. To me, I think he's playing well. Them guys, ladies and gentlemen, here go their injury report. This is a Brooklyn Nets injury report, ladies and gentlemen. Leaky Black is out. Shan Penny is out. Anthony Davis is out. Keyshawn George is out. Trey Johnson is out. Alex Sarr is out. Cam Whitmore out for the season, and Trey Young is out. Man, I don't even know why Knicks playing their starters tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to be honest with you. But anyway, you got Josh Hart, Gabe Thompson. I think he is playing. Miles McBride to be back pretty soon. He's out, and Shaman is out with a knee tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So I mean, we get a couple of guys in there tonight that can go in there and really get it done for us on the bench side of things, shot power. So other than that, man, just another game on the doctor. I'm really excited for the cats to go in there and win this game and get it over with, man, because I think it's just one of those games where we just go out there and play basketball for 48 minutes and win the game. Hopefully rest our starters after that for sure.
Yeah, you definitely going to see some minutes from Kohler tonight. You're definitely going to see some Alvarado minutes. Maybe a little bit of minutes from you. Might hopefully, you might see some minutes from oh man, I never got his damn name that quick. What's his name? Shohan. What? I forget Shohan. Hopefully you get to see. We ain't seen him on the court. Got his name that much. So hopefully we see some Shohan minutes tonight. That would be nice to see. I mean, get out there and play some ball. Let them get out there and get about 12, 15, 18 minutes. Let's see how good and dominant against this team that is quasi, this is pretty much a G League team right now. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, fact. Yep. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, just show you what's going on in the league as well, because there's some good things I would like to show y'all as well. Nothing major, but let's put it out there right quick where we can see it and everything like that, and talk about it right real quick. That's going to be what's going on around the NBA and all that. We put that out there. We get that up there as part of my running. You know how I go around the NBA. Ladies and gentlemen, right now it might be hard to see, but tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we got some important games tonight. Right now, we got us and the Wizards, but the big game tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Celtics and the Timberwolves. That's a big game in a lot of ways tonight for us. No Anthony Edwards, he's out. I think he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. So Julius Randle and all them guys can find a way to beat the Boston Celtics. I like their chances there, though, because I do like about bringing that Ayo Dosamoto. He's a good defender. Him and Jaden McDaniels and Rudy Gobert. They can clog that middle up and play on wings the best they can in Boston. That give them a good chance to win that thing. It's going to be hard because Boston, obviously, without Anthony Edwards, and it's going to be tough. But you got DiVincenzo and all them guys over there. So that's going to be a big game for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the Suns and the Raptors is going to be a big game in a sense just due to the fact the way that 6th spot down to that 10th spot is, it's a lot of fighting going on there. And then tomorrow, a big game, Pistons and Lakers, Thunders and 76ers, Heat and Spurs, Magic and Pacers, the Hawks and Grizzlies. I mean, it's a lot of games that benefit us from which I'm not worried about. I think they're not going to catch us no way. But the big game to me, ladies and gentlemen, is Wednesday. You got Boston Celtics and OKC Thunder in Boston. Big game, you know what I mean? So, we want to see we need to win the game that we need to win. Cleveland got the Magic here and there. It's just a lot of games that can pan out well for us by these teams beating each other up. That's what I'm trying to get to. Heat and Cavaliers, Hawks and Pistons. It just goes on and on, man. So a lot of jockeying for position going on. Because if you look at the standings real quick, other than Detroit Pistons, we locked in for the play-in. But look at this 10th to 6th position. Matter of fact, 6 to 5, 39 and 30, 39 and 32, 39 and 32, 38 and 32, 38 and 33, 37 and 34. I think them are going to be the team. I don't think the Bucks catch anybody. But between the Hornets and the Magic, the Heat, I mean, this thing can flip flop like 8 times a day. You know what I mean? That's how close it is in them standards right there. But the goal for us right here is to win the day, get to 47, and Boston got 47 wins. If Boston lose, they got 24 losses. We got 25. We've been half a game out with about 10 games to go in the season. I think that's catchable. I think we can win the division. I got a feeling we will win it. We both playing really good in the division. On the conference, we 30-15. They 29-14. We 25-9 at home, and they're 24-9 at home. Our away game is getting better, ladies and gentlemen. We got 24 games over 500 now on the road. Hopefully, that's a good thing. So, and we got a 5-game winning streak. I want to put that all up there because we look at our record and you look at the Western Conference. We was in the Western Conference right now. We'd be tied with the Lakers for third, and we third in our conference. So that goes to show that we are amongst the best in the NBA. So let's hope that it stays that way. But other than that, man, the NBA is going to be the huge game tonight for us, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, it's that game against Minnesota in a Boston Celtics. I'm looking forward to that game, man. Real talk. But let me bring Jay Chola to the building. Jay Chola, what's popping, man? What's going down?
Chilling. My brothers, Brodies was cooking to the chat. Chilling, man. Waiting for this G League. I really hope that I wish they just would start the second. You know what I mean? The second team, man. I just wish they started. Give them a good look at it. See how they operate together under pressure. God forbid anything ever happens that they need to really, really work 25 minutes. Because I agree with what you said. With the teams like that, 28 minutes, we should be doing that on the regular if everybody else is doing what they're supposed to be doing anyway. So, yeah, I think it's going to be practice. I think this is practice. That's what practice. I can never say practice the right way, no matter what I do anymore because of that.
That's like me and Wayne. I can't say Wayne. I always say Wayne. Anyway, Knicks have been down in minutes this year. That is one thing that is good too. They're all down in minutes. None of them are in. Even I don't even think in the top 20 or 50 or something. They are real low in minutes this year. None of them I don't think went over 34 minutes. So that's good.
Yeah, real quick, let me shout to the chat. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody in the building. First of all, let me shout out the First Lady of Dope Soul Sports Talk. What's good? Sister Steph, what's popping? Nostalgic, my brother, what's popping? I see you, my man. Salute to everybody in the building. Thank y'all for coming in. Real talk. Like I said, it's just another game on Darren. What's good, my man? Good to see you as well. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe for your boy. Hit that like, subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. We in the building tonight, man. Knicks got it going on in about another half hour. Like I said, Shop Power, this is another game. We got to go out there and play in front of you. The most important thing, just don't get injured. I mean, I don't get too high and low, like I said earlier, about who we play and who we don't perform well against. At the end of the day, it all counts to me at the end of April, ladies and gentlemen. That's when we really could pop this shit off. Right now, let's get to April, and then we can really talk about Knicks basketball, because that's when it counts. That counts now for wins or loss in the jockeying position. Obviously, my ultimate goal is to win a division, which we right there for the taking. Be right there for the one for the season. Detroit Pistons had, like I said earlier, the New York Knicks probably wound up being what I thought it was going to be, the best team in the East this year. But because the Detroit Pistons threw a monkey wrench in the game, and they well deserved. Great year by Bickerstaff and them boys and Cade Cunningham playing all NBA level, playing MVP level. Jalen Jordan. So I didn't see that coming. I knew they was going to be in there. I didn't see that coming. So if you take them out the equation, ladies and gentlemen, New York Knicks will be second grade fight for that first spot in the Eastern Conference. So they right where I thought they was going to be. And I only had one caveat the whole year for me was. My caveat was Mike Brown. We knew all the players. We knew all the players. We knew what everybody could do with that basketball. We didn't know what Mike Brown could do. We knew what he could do through his career. We didn't know what he could do with the New York Knicks, I'm saying. But being so far with the peaks and valleys and everything, he got us 21 games over 500, ladies and gentlemen. Third in the Eastern Conference, third best offense, fifth best defense rating. You know what I mean? And so far, we see how it goes. It's going to be fun. Moving on down the line, Jay Chosen, Shop Power, but we just gotta hope we don't, like tonight. That's why, like you guys said, play 28 minutes. Hope we get them guys out there. Like you can walk in that court, ladies and gentlemen, twist your ankle and miss the whole playoffs. We don't need it. We do not need that. So let's hope the New York Knicks clinch this playoff thing, get that second seed, and rest them damn players. We do not need none of our prolific players being injured. and that's why I brought up the Kate Cunningham situation, man. I feel so bad for that young man. I feel bad for Detroit. Not that I care if they
Me too.
but I do because I don't want to see nobody like that get hurt and have to mess their chance up doing what they want to do. But hopefully he come back before the playoffs and everything, and Detroit be full throttle. Because for me, the order to be the best, you got to beat the best. New York Knicks ain't ducking no smoke. I don't care who we playing, what round. Because it don't matter. I got to go into the Eastern Conference Finals. So I don't care if we play Detroit in the first round. It don't matter if we don't get to the finals anyway. Because even if we play Detroit in the first round, the second round, or the third, I'm not rooting for the Knicks just to get to the third round. I got the New York Knicks going to the finals, so I don't care who they play. You had to beat them in the first round. You had to beat them in the second round. You had to beat them in the third round. Don't even matter. So let's hope that we healthy, they healthy, and we ain't ducking no smoke in New York this year. We got to go up Shot Powell and Jay Chosen and get it. And that's what I'm looking forward to. When our team get locked in and get ready to go into that 16 game possible winning thing to win it all. But it's one game at a time. But I'm excited about our team, man. I really am, man. Numbers don't lie, and that's what makes me really feel good. Despite not having Deuce and Pryor was having a hell of a season for damn near 10, 15, how many games he been out, 20, I don't know. Not having Anunoby for when his toe got injured coming out the All-Star break, you name it. Mitchell Robinson not playing back-to-backs. So you can only imagine how the team could have been hypothetically if that didn't happen. Mitchell Robinson didn't have to miss back-to-back games every time. It's going to be a crazy team. So I'm confident. That's what makes me feel good about the team. It's not about the positivity. It's about the numbers and what I see that's really happening out there. The numbers don't lie. And the numbers tell me ain't no reason to get on nobody about New York. Not the last 5 years, not since Leon Rose took over. It ain't been nothing but winning in New York. We just haven't won the big one. But we've been winning. So I'm good with it, y'all, everybody. Salute.
Yeah, I just, just to refresh some, Knicks memories and stuff, beginning of the year, we were smoking hot. We went through the skid, even in the skid that we had, that 2 wins in 11 games, we stayed second, third. I don't even think we dropped down to fourth, did we?
One time.
One time, maybe. All right. I think we made the drop down to 4 for a heartbeat. But
for like a half a game or something. Yeah, we did one time.
We have been through we are Knicks fans. We know what it is. We have fought against this team, talked about what all this stuff. We have all nitpick. But the one thing that I know about every Knicks fan, and I say this a lot, man, we all are on that same page. We might not be on the same paragraph. We're on the same page of winning. We all want the Knicks to win, no matter what we say, how we say it. If it's not in this, it is the same. We want this Knicks team to be better so they can win. And that's all I'm waiting to see this year. Remember, I said this too, man. Depending on matchups is how the Knicks, not that's going to how they're going to win, but matchups make a difference for me against who the teams are to make it, I don't want to say easier, but you can see it better. You can see that they can win this team against this team better. And that's what I'm waiting for. And this team is just a stepping stone to what's going to happen. Even in that stint of losing, right now, no one even talking about even all these crappy teams that we barely winning against these teams that we can't scout and all that stuff. We still on a 6-game winning streak. This could be 7 tonight. We might can win 2 more, be 9.
Yep.
Come on, man. I'm just saying they're playing great basketball right now. And we're not talking about, they're not doing this. I mean, the other night, the free throws, there's still things that drive me crazy because those are the things that make it so much easier for us to win. We hit those free throws. JB hit that one, Cat hit those 2. We don't even talking about barely winning this game, but this guy could have shot the ball. And we ain't talking about none of that. Free throw, it's sometimes a little. Anyway, I'm happy with what the team has done and what they produced this year. I want better for the team, but I think the team is right here at the take, and like you said, trying to take this division.
No doubt. Listen, no doubt about it, man. Everything you just said, you hit the nail on the head, man. You take a look at this season. This whole season, like you said earlier, Devon, we said this from day one was about Mike Brown. It was about Mike Brown and what he could do for you. The whole UPS side, what Brown could do for you. And the truth is that the ups and downs of the Knicks is always going to happen. But the coach should always remain solid. For me, I haven't been like the ups and downs that he has sometimes bothers me. Now I'm watching it, and I gotta give him a couple. You know, the more I think about it, I start thinking, okay, here comes a man, comes in, new team. He didn't pick any of the players. He didn't really have any of that stuff available to him. Then you get new players,
That's
right? Like brand new players,
right there.
you know, and I'm not even sure, you know, because I don't know I know what Tibbs and Leon's relationship was, but I don't know what his and their relationship is. So I don't even know if he was like involved in the conversation for Alvarado or Sohan or whatever the thing is. We don't know all that type of stuff. So I'm going to give him a little bit of break. And when the break came was especially when when Brunson got ran over and he got the tech and all that. I said, okay. And then he started to look like he got up, he started walking, he was calling out calls. Because we need our coach. As many people think that and I'm one of them. I'm guilty of this. Look, our court could do it, the captain could take care of that, you know. Look, as good as Tim Duncan was and was the extension of Popovich on the floor and calling out the stuff, they still couldn't do it without Popovich. Couldn't have. Period. So and we all know that Duncan was the right arm of Popovich, right? So that, to me, that's where I'm saying we need him to be focused in, rock solid. And I think he's starting to get there. And another thing I'm going to give him a break on is, in the beginning, all these 10 minutes or 1 minute or 45 seconds, or all those things that were making us go, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say to both of you pull your hair out, but I'll say shave your head, right? That made you shave your head, right? You know, like that was like, yo, what is he doing? But maybe, just maybe, he was trying to find out who could play, who's not going to play. He needed to know that. And in order to do that, you have to run people 10 minutes at a clip to see how they react to it. Yep. On both sides of the ball, on both sides. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I'm really glad for this group of teams who've been playing. I know a win is a win, but I would really like to see put our foot on their necks, because we're going to play teams soon that are not these teams. So for now, there's only two ways of thinking. Let a lot of the second and third unit play. Get the W is the number one thing. Or work on some plays. Work on some serious plays. Because this is the time to do it.
I got a question. Tonight's game, you know the Stars are going to play at least the first quarter. If Brown decides to sit the starters and we lose, are you happy? Oh, that's to both of y'all.
Good, Devon.
Me, no, not at all. I won't be happy because I'm going to fight for that second.
Okay, that's exactly how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I want
you on that one. That's how I feel.
I ain't trying to hear all that.
If the Stars got to play 44, if the Stars got to play 42 minutes tonight, they got to play 42 minutes to get this win. We close to getting second.
Right. I'm thrilled. I would be thrilled. It would be. I would lose my mind. But you know, I think the difference is that and you know what? We watch those other games, and we know that you play a basketball team. It don't matter who you're playing. They're playing hungry. They're playing versus the Knicks. It's always a big deal playing versus the Knicks.
Don't scout these teams.
Yeah, and you can't discount any team. So I think if it comes down to it, if it's even close, those starters are going right back in. So
That's
I do want to see them, the second and third unit, like one plays together,
right. We got to
but
dominate that
not
first
at the
quarter.
detriment of losing.
Right,
Not
right.
at the detriment of losing
We
at
still
all.
need to get,
At all.
We still need to get out there fast and score, and then bring in the young guys to finish the game. Right? Okay. We
Right.
all
Get up by 45.
We on the same page. 28 minutes. Blow them out about 14, 19, 22 points. Play 28 minutes, and then.
Let me tell you how bad that's how bad I want that division. We got Knicks fans, ladies and gentlemen, who never see the Knicks win a division.
Fact. That's a fact.
That's true. That's
Think
true.
about that. We got Knicks fans who never see the Knicks win a division. That's 25 years ago. That's how bad I want this shit. Because we have that team. We should be that. Our team is better than the Boston Celtics, ladies and gentlemen. I still think, even though Detroit beat us all year long, I think we better than them. And it ain't no hyperbole. I think the New York Knicks is just better than them teams. You know what I mean? And the thing, just to piggyback was my man was talking about earlier. I want to get into that conversation. Even with the Mike Brown situation, see, it's one thing why you need a coach. You can have talent, but that don't mean you got the mentality. The coach with the mentality, you got the skill. Like players got skill, I mean, they got mentality too. Don't get me wrong, but the coach is there for a reason. Because if you don't got a coach could put you in the right positions, your talent ain't gonna be enough. Your skill ain't gonna be enough.
That's a fact.
Enough to
That's
basketball. You know what I mean?
Big fact.
You got all the talent and can't get the position.
You have all the talent in the world, but your skill ain't gonna win the basketball game for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why guys like LeBron and all them guys, and say Jordan and them, see, they had the mentality and Tim Duncan to go along with the skill. But a lot of these dudes just got the skill, but they don't got the mentality. And there's some back in the days, I can say this. I remember one guy, Shaw Powell. I don't know if you guys old enough to remember. Well, I remember this guy was named Chris Washburn. That boy, if he had all the talent in the world under Jim Bovano, but he didn't have the mentality in the game. He didn't understand all the but he was a dog. Him and Shackelford and all these guys.
Chris Watford.
Yeah.
I remember Chris, but I was thinking of was it Jamal Watford? But I know what you're talking about.
OGs, yeah. You know, and I have to say that sometimes, you know, you got to have a coach, man. Like Mike Brown, one thing about him, I don't have a problem with the way he did this year because that wasn't Nick's first choice, ladies and gentlemen. We got to that Mike Brown wasn't the Knicks' first choice. That was their best choice when they couldn't get nothing else done. You know what I mean? So they went and got a guy who it might not have been their first choice, but it might turn out to be their best choice. The man numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. That's one thing I can say about Mike Brown. Despite what you may think about it, he ain't only coached the Knicks. He done coached Cleveland. He done coached this team. His numbers don't lie. The man got 500 wins. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
He's the coach of the year two times. See, that's why I don't get caught up in all that. I don't have a problem critiquing Mike Brown game by game. We do something wrong in the game, but I will not critique his credentials. Mike Brown's a two-time coach of the year, just like Tom Thibodeau. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? He messed around, might win it this year. If the Knicks end up where they are, you never know.
Well, you better. I want that. I mean, you better mess around and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
You know, and so right now we good, man. I think we're doing pretty good as a team. But we like you said, Shaw Powell lose 9 games out of 11. You know, think about we only lost half of that. We'd be in first place probably right now. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. Somebody that 9-game losing streak.
Right.
But we hit a bad valley. When I say bad valley, that was valley. That was deep down in the valley that was P Valley where the girls get
word about. Sound like about to hit some bars right there. About like bars about to come out right there. Yo, you know the fact is that that's the difference between last year and this year. We had valleys last year, but they weren't deep like this. These valleys this year.
It was only It was only this one big one. These little valleys. We didn't have too many other valleys this year for 3-4 game losses. No, we only had that big skid. We had 1 or 2 games, but that big skid was the biggest dip.
Well,
we did not have another. If I'm not, I gotta go look it up. I'm almost positive we did not lose four games in a row this year. I'm almost positive. Other than the skid, I think the skid we lost 4 or 5 in a row, 4 in a row, then 1, then lost 4 or 5 in a row, then lost. But I don't think we had. Let me double check.
Right. Well, things like that is really detrimental to your season, because that's when, and you remember that when we came out from the skid, but we would go and get a win, and the day we would we would go out there and we try to get a win, and everybody that's in front of us loses. Everybody.
Yo, that was killing me.
And we have a lead, and then we lose the lead. Mm-hmm. See, that's the type of skids that we had this year. But you know what? It's kind of like life. Sometimes people hit their toe on the wall. They'll walk right in the middle of every room they walk in. But other people need to learn by skidding their face across the concrete. And they know that they don't want to go through losing streaks like that again, that they're better than that they have a championship squad, that they have a deeper bench, that we have all these things. We look where we are with our offense numbers and our defense numbers right now. Weren't there last year. Even though we didn't have the skid last year, we didn't have the defense that we have right now. We didn't have the same exact, all that stuff right now. So I think that we still end up right now in a better position, and we're heading that way. And the coach is incredibly important. Go look around some of these other teams that are holding on by threads, or they are in, and you can't believe that they're in. Charlotte Hornets. Mm-hmm. They have a young team. That man is doing a phenomenal job over there, putting them together. So the coach is very important, you know. And
the Knicks have not have a 4-game losing streak. Well, I mean, more than 4-game losing streak. They have not had 5-game losing streak. 4 is the most.
1 to 10.
Right.
Yeah, let me say this. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what's your thoughts on Knicks winning the division? Do they win the division? Scale of 1 to 10, where you at?
10. I think Boston about to lose tonight, and they got another couple of hard games coming up, OKC, and a couple of games. I think by the time we see them, we'll be, like we talked about in the background, half a game up, half a game down, so we can clinch it. We put a stamp on it then. We send them in about a week and a half or so, a week or so. So I think we put the stamp on them then.
I got a quick question before I answer that.
Mm-hmm. Cunningham is out for the season, right? Out for the season?
I don't know if he's out for the season. I'm not sure.
I think they said the lung. Right, the lung. He has it's the 3 ribs. I forgot exactly how they was mentioning it. I think it was the 3 ribs on some side of the thing that kind of braised or whatever the hell it was or whatever. It could be 3 to 6 weeks. There's 3 weeks definitely before they say how many more weeks after them 3 weeks. That I think so. I think in 3 weeks.
Well, you see a lot of the young kids and all these new sports medicine bringing. Yeah, I mean, look at our guys that come back all the time. But I think that like Brunson comes back sometime too soon. You see it when he's running. You know, I'm gonna go at 8 on this one. I'm gonna go at 8 on this one because you know, my mind, my heart wants to say 10, 11, right? 11.
I got
but I'm gonna go 8 because I'm not gonna put a discount on the fact that Boston's been playing together for a very long time. Even if we're better than them, we are better than them, and I believe that. And Detroit has been playing a really great year. I think we'll crack them. Definitely, but you know, depends on who they play.
We got the signs.
Check it out. Here you go. Tonight's game: Knicks, Wizards, Boston, Timberwolves. Then the next game they play, you got the Knicks and the Pelicans in the Garden Tuesday. Wednesday, in Boston, the OKC Thunder.
Perfect.
And then after that, you got the Knicks and the Hornets down here. And then the next game, you got the Celtics and the Hawks, ladies and gentlemen. And the Hawks playing damn good basketball.
Damn good. Amazingly good. Like crazy.
After that, you have the Knicks, and this one it gets tough. Because now you got the Knicks going out to, matter of fact, on Sunday, the Celtics play the Hornets in Charlotte. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
And then we go out.
I might go down to Charlotte.
That same night, we got the Thunder and OKC. Let's say we lose that, or they lose that, or they whatever. And then you got the Celtics that Monday on a back-to-back going to Atlanta, ladies and gentlemen. Celtics in Atlanta after playing the Hornets the night before. Then
they can be worn out.
Right. Then we have the Rockets that next night, and then April 1st, the Celtics going to be in Miami. Right, and then and after that, the New York Knicks play April 3rd, home against the Bulls. The Celtics play in Milwaukee. Then the next game after that, April 5th, the Celtics got the Raptors in Boston. Right, the New York Knicks don't play that day. The next game after that, the Knicks go to Atlanta. Right. So I think, and here's the caveat to all that, ladies and gentlemen. The next time Boston next game, Boston got the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. That's when we win it all, right?
Oh my God. Is it a Friday night?
April the 9th. I don't know what
oh man.
So
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And after that, the Celtics got the Magic on April 12th. And we got
Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday.
Okay, all right.
I say all that to say I think Knicks win that. I'm gonna go 10. I think Celtics see that schedule Celtics going through. We had that at the beginning of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks had one of the toughest schedules in NBA at the beginning of the year. You know what I mean? We had a gauntlet schedule. Now our schedule eased up because we had all that pressure at the beginning of the year. Now, and here's with the Boston thing. Remember, I do agree with you to a degree, but remember, they lost Porzingis, Al Horford, what's my man name? Luke Cornett. They bought Vucevic, and he just got hurt. And Jason Tatum came. I think
and Vucevic getting hurt was a big deal for them because they only had one Kyoto or Quarto or whatever. They only had one big dude. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. I mean, I'm counting the fact that, Brown is having an outstanding year and all this other stuff. So, I don't want to discount that type of thing. But the way you read that off, I'm on a 10 with you on that one. I'm on a 10 with you on that. Because the matchups are super important. And is everything.
We could talk about that a whole nother hour. We gotta get ready to wrap it up, gentlemen.
Listen, tonight
we already over.
We can talk for another hour. This is
Oh yeah, let me shout out my brother Nick Nation. Nick Nation, you got me on the edge with that 99.9% chance, but man, you killing it.
That is the best thing ever. I've been
killing me. He ain't lying about it. Nick Nation, my brother. I'll see you in the chat, man. Salute to the whole chat. When we won that game the other night, the first person that came to my mind was Nick Nation. That damn.
What was it? How close was it?
92 to 93. At 1%, we won that game. I thought of Nick Nation as soon as I see that. As soon as the game, I like, man, Nick Nation hit that.
What was his prediction?
No, he's just saying that, like his prediction was close in score, but he was saying that even though that team was totally decimated, they still got a 99.9% chance they can win the game.
Oh yeah.
Still got a chance.
Still got a chance.
Still got a chance.
So you're saying what?
Still got a chance.
I thought about.
Oh man, that's great. That's great.
But yo, salute to the chat, man. Listen, I got the New York Knicks 125 tonight, and I think we do smash these boys. Now, this ain't gonna be the Brooklyn Nets tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think New York Knicks do an avalanche at these dudes tonight because first of all, we in the Garden. You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna be this open season. I think New York Knicks tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 125 to 87. 125-87. I'm gonna go out on a limb tonight to say I'm gonna go Mikal Bridges tonight, man. I'm gonna stick with Mikal till we have a good game. So I'm gonna go Mikal Bridges tonight.
Keep talking in existence.
Mine is quick. 112 to 81. 112 to 81, and Shohei is gonna be my player of the game tonight. Shohei is gonna get 18 minutes, 5, 5, and 5 with 5 steals.
Okay, I'm gonna do it in reverse. I'm gonna go. My player of the game is going to be Diawara. Diawara, I believe, is going to have some stupid gaudy numbers tonight for some reason. I don't know why. I really believe it. And the score is going to be 123 to. I'm going to go 123 to 94. 123 to 94.
Well,
They kept it to 107 because they've been keeping it the average to like 106, 107. But
they got
I'm gonna keep it
129.
to 80 something. I'm gonna keep it in the 80s. That's because Champagne, the Penny, whatever. He's out of the game tonight. Them Penny boys love playing New York and stuff, so he out of the game for that. He got thrown out.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
he got thrown out.
Yeah.
Dave Smith got 119, 101. That's a good score
That's
right there.
that's a good score. I
Peace,
like that score.
peace, Dave Smith. Peace to you,
I like
brother.
Prince Dad too.
98. That's a good one right there, man. They got some good
Anything
scores.
under 107, anything 107. That's what the Knicks been keeping the average at, like under 107. I think the last seven games is like an average of 110, 104, 104. We have 117s a couple of games, but I think the average is about 106, 107, something like
Well,
Yeah,
let's
but
get
what happened with the second and third unit playing? I just want to, I got to be a little realistic. There's probably going to be a lot of, I don't know. That's the way I'm thinking about it.
I think
Anyway.
if they get out there and you'll know if it's going to be a drawn out game or it's going to be a quick game tonight. If the Knicks come
First
out
quarter.
to 135 points to 23, that's the marking right there. Anything over
Right.
28 points for the Knicks and anything under 26 points for whatchamacallit. If you see that, then the Knicks is on fire tonight.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
Chat, everybody, thank y'all for coming in, man. Peace to everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. And
125 to 95. Go ahead, darling. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Appreciate you, my man. To everybody in the building. We'll see y'all Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Knicks and the New Orleans Pelicans in MSG. Got another chance to win another game. We got to take advantage of the schedule-wise light like that. Like I said, another couple of weeks. Next week we go through on the road for 3 Midwest games and 1 East Side game with Charlotte Hornets. So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm scoreboard watching like crazy, man. Come on, Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. Let's get it done.
Go, Minnesota. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Randall and Devo.
Let's go, Devo. Devo, I need you to shoot like
come on,
17
Devo.
three-pointers tonight. Let's go, Devo. That's
Word.
Forget Devo. Julius, all of them. Let's go, Devo.
Devo, yeah.
Let's get it.
Hey, D Ross, where I'm at, but he got way more score. 130.
That's what I'm saying. I try to be nice with it. I think they're gonna be in the 80s score. I think they're gonna keep them to 80. And then there's gonna be like 118, 120, something like that. But I ain't mad at that, D Ross. Alvarado, good pick. I think Alvarado been having a couple of good games passing wise and controlling the pace. He's very good at that.
I was gonna pick Alvarado, but I think that Diawara with the size and what they're gonna use him tonight with.
I think Shohan. This is the perfect time to see what Shohan got tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he get. Let's see if he.
It is a perfect time.
7, 8 pickup off the bench tonight. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it. Hey, one thing I gotta say about that Alvarado, he impressed me the way he passed that ball though.
He does.
That pass he gave Anunoby in the lane the other day.
Yeah.
I got that to him, man. That was crazy.
If Alvarado right now, and since we talking, if Alvarado right now could have been given 12, 14 points a night, we wouldn't have been seeing Clarkson, and 2, Deuce would have been out another week and a half. Bet that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree.
That's why I'm excited about the team shot power. To be honest with you, we deep, ladies and gentlemen. We doing this shit with Deuce McBride having a great year. He was having a real great year.
What Deuce been out with 2 months now?
Yeah, top defender, 94 feet up and down the court, 3 balls.
Mine went 2 months when I had mine. Jeez, what I did wrong. I was like almost a whole year.
Yeah, well, let's get it, man. The game about to start. I'll talk to y'all guys on the other side.
A
couple of days, my man, and all that good stuff. And we'll kick it and all that good stuff. But listen, man, enjoy everything, man. Enjoy this Sunday, man. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Divine Shot Power, Jay Chose in the chat. Let's get it, man. We out, man. Peace.
Peace.
You are now about to witness.
Knicks real talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who style this? Aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. On the rip though, I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get go. On the Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like sauce, the KRT drip club leading up the tip off. We fuel by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like my charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Price Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, career popped up from the third eye. You heard why? It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the length of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding on orange blue skies. In the Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms of passion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knicks kid assassin.
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire! He's on fire! He's on fire!